Hey, my name is Moritz and I'm one of the co-founders of Daytes, your personal CRM app which makes networking easier, less effort and faster. First of all, I'm going to describe my job. What is my position, what am I doing, and what affects my daily life here. Then I'm going to tell you how I got my role, because it was not the common way, I would say. So I'm pretty excited to share that with you. And then I'm going to share some tips, like what I would think is important for a young entrepreneur in their life to be successful and to start their own business. And in the end, I'm also going to share the biggest challenges, especially in the beginning of a startup and then also in the further process of it. I would describe my job as the person who is on the one hand side looking that the operations are going good, and on the other hand side to solve problems and prevent my team of becoming or getting problems. And sometimes it's also doing the stuff no one else wants to do, but it needs to be done. So that's also here my job. The great thing of being inside a startup is that everything is way more agile than in most of the big corporations. So a big part is also to discuss and decide what next steps we're going to take. But it's definitely not something I do by myself. It's a team decision. So that's a big part, deciding, because every decision has an impact, especially in a startup, because every small decision has their consequences. Because when we decide to do that, it's going to get done tomorrow or today. Like, it's super fast. It's also one of the greatest things of my job, that everything is so fast, that every decision has an impact. Because I like when I make a decision that you really see the impact behind it. And what I also really like is the whole team purpose of that startup idea, that everything is decided in a team and everything is decided quickly. Like, there is no gremium or whatever. It's super fast. So let's now get to the next question. How did I get my role? And it's kind of tricky because it's not the common way. I applied, or I had that great idea with my friends and founded that startup. It was because I was on a networking event with another entrepreneur, and we talked and understood each other pretty good. And then I told him about my last startup and that I'm not anymore there. So he asked me, hey, I see your skills could work well with that new startup I'm supporting, and they're searching for a co-founder. And then I said, yeah, great, it's perfect timing for me, and I think I can help, and I really like the product. So I got on an intro call with the two other co-founders, with Jonathan and Philip, and we understood each other very good. So here I am, and we're launching our product in March. So I'm super happy to be part of that great team, of that great team spirit, and to be able to work on such a great product. With that in mind, also one of my most important tips to everyone out there is talk to the people. So for example, if you have an idea for a startup, talk to them, pitch them your idea, and don't be scared that they will steal your idea. Most of the time it's stupid. No one will steal your idea. Just execute it and talk to the people. And that helped me a lot in my journey to coming to that point I'm right now. So I talked to many people, and I will still talk to many people in the future. And that's a big tip from me. And another tip is to build kind of a resilience, because especially in young ages, and as an entrepreneur, many things will happen, and the one day you think it's going to get to the moon, and on the next day you think like, hell, how should I do anything? So you need to build up that resilience, that you don't have that those situations don't have such a big impact on your life or on your feelings. It's normal, it's a roller coaster, but it's a roller coaster which gets up and up and up and then to the moon. So it's just how it is. So build that kind of resilience. And I think also, if you're not an entrepreneur but you want to go to a consultancy or just work in a startup or wherever, you should also build that resilience. Because if you send out your resume or your CV and then, for example, get rejected 50 times, so try it 60 times. If you get rejected 60 times, try it 100 times. And at some point you will be accepted and you will get the perfect job for you. So it takes time, but it needs to be here in your mind that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And if you have that in your mind, you will achieve great things and get the job you ever wanted. I'm pretty sure about that. So last but not least, what's my biggest challenge of the job? And I would say to have that balance between dreaming big and then also executing big. And not only executing but forgetting your dreams, and also not just dreaming and not executing. So you need to find that balance, and sometimes it's pretty tricky. But I think we're on a good way to have a good balance. But I think that's something everyone should learn, to be able to dream big but also then execute big. And last but not least, if you have any questions, write me an email. My email is moritz@daytes.app. You write Daytes like Daytes. See you in my inbox.